is Alicia Yurgi. Today is March 15th, 2021. The time is 12:52 a.m. Today we're going to be discussing the endocrine system and a few glands along with the location, structure, and function. So the first gland we're going to be talking about is the pituitary gland. Which is a pea-sized structure located at the base of the brain. It is just below the hypothalamus and then attached to nerve fibers. Part of the endocrine system, and it produces critical hormones, which are chemical substances that control various bodily functions. So there's two portions to the pituitary gland that we're going to be talking about, which is the posterior pituitary, also known as the neurohypophysis. It stores hormones produced by the hypothalamus, which are the ADH and oxytocin. The anterior pituitary is the adenohypophysis, and this actually secretes, or the secretions are regulated by releasing hormones from the hypothalamus, and these hormones are, for example, the growth hormone, TSH, the ACTH, prolactin, and the FSH and LH. The next gland that we're going to be discussing is the thyroid gland. Thyroid gland is located on the front and sides of the trachea below the larynx. It is a butterfly-shaped organ, again, located at the base of the neck. It releases hormones that control your metabolism and the way your body uses energy. So thyroxine and calcitonin would be released from this gland. Adrenal glands would be the next gland that we're discussing, and these are actually found one on top of each kidney. Each has an inner adrenal medulla and outer adrenal cortex. Is also known as the suprarenal glands. They're small, triangular shaped glands. They do produce hormones that help regulate your metabolism, immune system, blood pressure, response to stress, and other essential functions. The adrenal medulla produces catecholamines in stressful situations, preparing the body for your fight or flight response. So this does produce your norepinephrine and your epinephrine. In the adrenal cortex, this actually produces the mineralocorticoids, the glucocorticoids, and very small amounts of sex hormones, which would be aldosterone and cortisol. And then the next gland that we'll be discussing is the endocrine portion of the pancreas, which this extends from the curve of the duodenum to the spleen. The islets of Langerhans contain the alpha cells and the beta cells. The glucagon and insulin and somatostatin is actually found in this portion. And then the glucagon, the alpha cells are, or the secretions are the alpha cells, and then same for insulin, secretions from this particular part of the gland is the beta cells. The relationship between the hypothalamus and hypophysis and other glands, the hypothalamus and pituitary gland are the primary endocrine glands of the human body. The hypothalamus is a small area of the brain, which is located under the thalamus. The pituitary gland is located just below the hypothalamus, and the hypothalamus regulates the function of the pituitary gland. This is a relationship between hypothalamus and pituitary gland. Now, the content or the reason or importance to differentiating the primary, secondary, and tertiary. First of all, primary disorder, it actually originates in the target organ. Secondary originates in the pituitary, causing a problem in the target organ, so bringing us back to the primary disorder. Tertiary originates in the hypothalamus and causes a problem in both the pituitary gland and the target organ. So again, that brings us back to the secondary and the primary disorder. And the reason why these are so important to know whether it's primary, secondary, or tertiary is so that way, if something is wrong, it can be treated correctly and also diagnosed correctly. And that's it.